The purpose of this tutorial here, I went over it. I'm going to give you this is going to be the video capture of what I did, and here's what you need to know. In order to compare 10.3 and 10.2.4, you need to install them on a separate partition so that 10.3 requires 10.11 or 10.12. El Capitan or Sierra. So 10.2.4 can be used in Yosemite and maybe Mavericks. And so you would, if you're going to upgrade to 10.3 in Logic, you're going to need El Capitan or Sierra. So I experimented with this and I took a template from 10.2.4 on Yosemite and opened it in Logic, and what happens is it opens it just fine, but it won't let you do anything with it until you save it in the template. It's not recognizing it as a template, and then it tells you you don't have access privileges, and that can probably be avoided if you are going to a new OS and you migrate using Apple's specified instructions. But the idea is to have two different boots here so that you don't screw up your project. It's certainly more preferable to have to fiddle with this as much as it is annoying access privileges than to ruin a project. So you have to then save that template to the template folder of the Logic in 10.11 or 10.12, and then you can open it and change it. And again, I have had no problems using the templates created from previous versions. I had a problem myself with having I had changed my default input, so I'm sitting there fiddling around with it trying to figure out why I'm not getting input, and it was just because I had different default inputs to the channels that I was working. But in doing this again with the template, with where you use a different partition and in boot and make a totally separate version of it, your preference files won't be there. So if you're going to do this in an experiment, you're going to have to copy them over yourself, or you're going to have to then, after you figure out that it's usable to a degree that it's okay with you, then just reinstall it and follow the instructions for importing the templates and so forth. I'm not sure it has those in this if it's a different partition. So you might still have to copy them over. I'm thinking of it in the terms of a migration assistant, like Apple has. But like I said, for purposes of not messing up your program, your projects, and ending up in something that you can't edit, and you've gotten rid of or overwritten old 10.2.4, you don't want to do that. And as annoying as this is, it's worse. It's better than destroying a good project that somehow doesn't open, and you have to try to figure out how to get 10.2.4 again, which I'm not even sure how to do. So this is it's a word to the wise. I go back here and open the template just to make sure that it opens okay, testing out that after I had saved it, it was usable in the new 10.3 version. Earlier in the video, you noticed that even trying to play it, it would give me an error message. So that was, part of what you would see with the template. When it wasn't saved as a template.